Little itty bitty me.
Okay.
You remember how to do this?
I'm working on it. Okay. And then if I click this, did that scare the crap out of you?
No, because I actually turned it down.
Oh. All right, Chili. Thanks for dropping by. I should probably change it. Phoenix Wright. All right, we.
Yeah.
Head was spinning there for a second. I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan found me a rainbow propeller spinner hat on Amazon for $10. To fair talk, truthful fair talk, I could not wear that down the street. I could not walk my dog while wearing that. But at Hexacon, hands down, I could easily do it. No shame.
Loser.
Whatever.
Okay, so basically, Edgeworth was caught
Suspectedly
as a
caught.
witness. Yeah. People were saying, oh no, Edgeworth was on a boat with some other guy, and someone shot at someone, and people are suspecting that Edgeworth, our lovely opponent in court usually, has killed this man. And so far, what we've learned is that there's this lady, this country lady, who was the witness, who was quote unquote stargazing out on the lake that night, and it was super foggy. And we have to try and figure out, you know, if he's innocent or not. I'll know more when I actually see like where we are in the game.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it so far.
Give me just a second. I need to recapture the screen. It's all wonky. Okay. All right. So
unbelievable.
Oh, jeez, thanks, Chili, for the bits. That scared you too, didn't it?
No, actually, I didn't.
No, I just heard you like gasp.
No, I was exhaling.
Karma.
All right, that's right. Manfred von Karma. Oh yeah, this guy. He's a great opponent. Enjoy. He's the real prosecutor. He's the best prosecutor there is. The real guy. Yeah.
Thanks for the host, Buster. Appreciate.
He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career.
So basically, he's cheated.
He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case. He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth.
Oof. I'm not gonna put it's oof. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared.
That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence.
He taught me what it really means to prosecute.
Basically, he taught him to cheat the system.
Can you show your court record so I can remember like what it is that we have?
When we get into court,
you can do it now. You can do it anytime.
Am I supposed to show the badge right now? So we got the badge.
We can't present it now.
We got Lotta's camera,
which triggers that noise.
We have Robert's autopsy, the guy that died. We have the lake photo with two
Oh
people on
yeah,
the
and
boat
then there's DL6, which is this
The-
whole thing
with
based
Mia.
around yeah,
And,
Maya's mom.
and then Misty Faye, which is
Which the
Mia's
dude who
mom.
died was the defense attorney person of that case.
And then Gordy article.
Oh yeah, and Gordy's on the river, on the lake. There you go.
Oh, okay. Let's keep going.
Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10.
So not really all that scary and nothing to worry about.
Ugh. So, was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hadn't lost in all 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me, times 20.
Man, that is just a face that you can never unsee ever again.
Yeah, it's the grump face. It's the face that you make when you lose at Mario Party. It's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors.
I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia, Maya,
Uh-huh.
you suck and we need Mia right now.
Wow. Yeah, basically whoop. Oh,
Question mark.
I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach.
You couldn't reach?
I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. And
Oh.
firefighters kept yelling at me for trying to train.
Oh man, what bad timing.
I'm really sorry.
Guess we'll
I
have to
jumped on you during that map.
Guess we'll have to use the leftovers. Can't pick the A team.
I'm not reading until you apologize for that.
For what?
No, I'm just kidding. Try my best.
I hope so.
Wow.
Look,
What are you whispering about?
Look, this is a Miles Edgeworth case, Mia. This is serious business. I have to be Grump as well. Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in.
Duel.
Look, it's
Yeah.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, a really crap
Is-
holiday.
Okay, so that is a Canadian holiday, right?
Yeah.
Ab-
Quote unquote holiday.
About. It is the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
It is basically an excuse for stores to get rid of all their crap
So
and put everything on like 75% off the day after, and people run around depositing and stuff.
So it's sale day basically.
Yeah, it's basically a sale day, but it's like an official day for it. It is a day that the one day whenever my work releases the book to book days off, that I will write my name down on Boxing Day for that year. I refuse to work that day.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I'll be him.
And Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? He's more Grump.
Fool. You seriously think that I stand here where I would stand here were I not completely prepared?
You know, as a judge, you have to wonder to yourself, like, I would take that as a threat.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if he's never lost a case,
Have you had a character in a video game before that was like the enemy and you were just so determined to like defeat them and then you finally get that chance?
No, I always beat everybody.
I mean like the build up for it.
No, I always beat everybody.
I was gonna say, this is the guy.
I'm only saying that because I can't think of anything. Right, my apologies. He's even got... See? This is already not a fair case. Very well. Your opening statement, please. It's a good opening statement there.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something?
How am I supposed to fight against this?
I call detective in charge. I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. I cannot read tonight.
Okay, Gumshoes first. Let's see how this goes.
Describe the incident now. Yes, sir.
Do you ever get to do a prosecution trial?
I think there are games that Edgeworth actually stars in.
No, I meant as Phoenix.
I honestly don't remember. It's been a while and there's a lot of cases. I don't know, sorry.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. That's not the very middle.
What are you talking about? It's middle enough.
There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop.
Overhead map added to the court record.
Thanks. Testify to the court about your arrest. Now.
Oh, wait, Mr. Von Karma.
Yes.
Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Okay. Well, no.
Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role.
Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not.
A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
I see very well.
Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now.
Ellipses. Yeah, that's right. You didn't do any. You received a call from a man?
Yup.
But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Oh my god!
That woman and the man who called in the report are two different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were two witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. I've summoned the woman who was camping.
The woman who was camping. What a heart!
She's got a lot of heart. What happened next, detective?
How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake?
Well, I say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto for the month is, get there quick.
Well,
Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets.
He's got a scary voice.
Wah. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Do that, and you'll be able to look forward to your next salary review. Oof. So much to look forward to these days. There is no time for daydreaming. Continue.
Shut up, Speed. You're fired.
Yes, sir. That was not me speaking for Speed.
What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then?
Well,
Katie just used Von Karma's voice clip.
objection!
Okay, you can have the star. I don't want it anymore anyways.
I make all my Twitch notifications Von Karma now.
Every time you get one of those people that would just donate one bit every 5 seconds, and it'd just be objection, objection. Did you read that?
Oh, I'm sorry, no I didn't. From what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer, really. Not like a murderer at all, really.
Oh God, stop, please.
Detective, the court requires facts, not your opinion. How many years how many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts.
Jeez.
Yes, sir. Oh god, it sounds like a horrible thing. I hate
Man.
to study online.
Man, he's got his share of objections. Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting poppycock.
My God.
I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
All right, we have finally come to our first moment here. I have no idea what flippant means.
Probably like wishy-washy. Hey Eugene, what's up?
Flippant is an adjective for not showing a serious or respectful attitude. Huh. So, I have been very flippant to Katie here this whole stream.
Yeah?
Hi Eugene, how are you doing today? Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue now.
Did you find any clues on the body?
A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. Didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved.
I would think it would still stay well preserved even if it did hit that bone.
Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence.
Then again, I feel like bullets do kind of break down. They can't go any further. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a CIA or CSI person. Well, why is that?
Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat.
The murder weapon?
A pistol.
It looks like a Luger.
It's the Lugamore.
Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence.
What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Ah, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth.
That wasn't laughing, though. That was bad English,
Well, no,
dubbing.
it was supposed to be like an
I read it as tisk, tisk, tisk because it was blurry. Alright. That was my bad. It looked like, jeez. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
Oh, what?
Order! Order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question.
Accepted into evidence.
Members of the court. We now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet matched the pistol. Oh,
That's
you.
my line.
That's because that is how Carl is reading it. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me.
Do you know what ballistic markings are?
I do, because I learned it from this game. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Wow, this guy, man, he's a hero.
Me? Ellipses. Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
You didn't read Indeed. I pressed the button.
I was, yeah. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Order! Order!
This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth. No, really? I thought it was Detective Gumshoe, Phoenix.
Well, Judge?
I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However...
You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess.
Well, it's only been like 5 minutes.
He's an old man.
Oh.
Which will last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Judge.
Yes?
What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now.
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man.
Yes! The court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyways?
Yeah, you did the first part!
I didn't even do anything. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon.
Hmm.
And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot the man was the person in the photo.
True.
Was that you in the boat?
Edgy ellipses. Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me. I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
Edgy ellipses. I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
Did you mean it was a suicide? I'll spare you this time.
That's the only explanation I can come up with.
Huh. I'm not gonna convince anyone of that. Say, Maya.
Huh? What?
Can you turn into Mia yet? We really need her. Oh god! Just joking, I wasn't actually being serious.
Oh. Sorry, it's no good. You can stop harassing me about it because you're being really mean about it.
Ah.
I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick?
Oh jeez.
I can't call my sister. I might as well not be here, right?
Yeah, you're useless. That's seriously an option. Why is this a thing?
Don't do it.
You should lose a strike for saying no, you're useless. Like the judge should just show up and be like, Phoenix, you're better than that. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help. It's the thought that counts, right?
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better.
Good job, Phoenix.
I don't know anything about trials or defense.
Or watering
Yes, you are.
plants.
I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits.
Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out, which is going to be today here if we don't come up with something.
Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any worse than it already is.
I think Edward's mad at me.
It's bad for my heart.
He has a heart. Oh, sorry. Oops. Why is he saying it? Why doesn't Karma just say it? I mean, really.
You said it before you can get a chance.
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Yes. Will Ms. Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university?
I have to read it, don't I?
Yep.
That I am. Gotta get my southern accent voice going again and upset
Good.
lots of people.
Begin by telling us of what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Oh, God. Oh, I think Karma's met his match there. Jeez. Her teeth are gonna break. She's gonna have many root canals. Y'all need to still learn some manners.
Understand?
Ooh. Yeah, I understand. I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in the boat. But then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Sorry, I was eating. Enough.
Carl, you cannot eat in the court.
Dude, I have a video to show you after.
Huh?
Judge. She happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence.
There's not even a please or thank you. Jeez.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove you from the court if I do not have order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake.
Oh, you got super quiet all of a sudden.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. There were no other boats on that lake.
Okay.
The man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Order, order, order. I will have order.
Well, Judge?
The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant...
Well, wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
Cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty.
Oh, he is...
You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony?
I might have. I don't.
Very well. You have to. You may cross-examine the witness.
That was his first mistake.
You only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. Discord blurred that. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
What? That's not...
And
that's not cool.
Nick? Contempt?
Contempt of court, you know?
I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do?
I give up. That's what I'm doing.
Well, do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony?
I'm assuming there has to be, otherwise he's...
Yeah, otherwise this game over.
Yeah. I think I noticed one little thing.
Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything.
The only thing I can actually honestly think of is that the picture doesn't physically
Still
show
overthink it.
Edward. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. Oof. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well.
I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
Oh, Judge. You gotta believe me. It
I
would
just
be.
saw it, like, when you said that, I just saw your face go into sass mode, like, oh, it was perfect.
Are you sure it was Christmas Eve? Yeah, it was just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Solved it! You're done, Karma!
Oof.
Huh? Yeah, well, yes.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really.
I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness continued their testimony.
Are you sure you were in your car? Why were you camping there, anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. I'm gonna press further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
Wait, now, I'm the one who says that.
Well, then say it already.
Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. So, you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
Irk. Could you clearly see the two men? Ooh. Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you?
Well, mysterious, she could have, because her camera was automatic and reacts to noise.
Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course.
The witnesses testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. Ooh! He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure, but I'll press further anyways. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scan the whole lake. Psycho Mantis. It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright. The witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained.
Oh, God. That's...
I'm sorry. That's what I'm...
Sustained.
Yes, of course.
Oh, great. Enough. Oh, I'm sorry.
Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems that you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor.
You keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court.
If that happens, you have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Oh. Huh.
Nick! Lada's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy.
I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision.
Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me.
Ooh. Ooh, she's doing it. Maya.
Did you read it?
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Heart. Your testimony stinks.
Oh.
It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, Evie.
What's up, Evie?
Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death.
I mean, it's not, but still.
Lotta. Did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta.
What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge. Declare the defense in contempt of court.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No. Oh, did I lose already? Wait. Oh.
This is me. Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I'm gonna say wrong. I have to. Wrong!
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again.
Order! 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 Order!
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
Ellipses, thinking hard. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again.
But he's in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Maya Fey. You will leave the courtroom immediately. Goodbye.
Nick. I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
But Maya. Can I order a large fry? No.
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering my witness.
I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction here or else.
Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination.
Now, before I continue on here, normally I've just gone through everything and so be it. But it seems like this could be bad in a sense, because I'll get to the end and then Mr. Grumpy Grumperson over there is just going to be like, but you're going to be in contempt of court because you couldn't find anything and blah, 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 blah. So now I'm concerned that I have to like find something before we even get to the first ending of it. I'm sure that's not the case because this
everything
is a game.
you've done everything right so far.
I saw it clear as day. The man. Oh wait, no, we already read this. All right, let's press everything. Well, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to. I cannot read that. Discord is messing it up. Lithely? Lithely? I can't read it.
No, it's
That
really,
is what it says?
Yeah, it's blithely.
Okay.
I
I don't know what that actually means. Maybe blatantly?
It's an adverb for in a way that shows a casual and cheerful indifference considered to be callous or improper. Which doesn't actually add up to his syntax.
You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony.
You're not done.
Well, find it.
No, I guess not.
If you can. Sorry, I was reading the chat and it's like, oh.
Whoa there! You get a penalty just for... Whoa there, Mr. Judge.
Yeah, you might want to save. I forgot about that.
Whoa there. Dang. That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. What will Maya say?
You might want to save.
Why would I do that? I mean... Well, what happened to my DS there? Did something weird.
You hit L and R at the same time?
I don't know. Oh, okay.
You basically have to prove that she's contradicting. So don't press.
That's all I get in the text? I saw it.
Yeah. Okay, go to your evidence now.
All right.
Think about this. I'll be a little bit more helpful Navi because it's been a little bit of time.
Wouldn't it just be the camera because it auto detects it?
You were saying it earlier.
Oh, the picture actually isn't clear. Yeah, this picture's horrible. How did they... Yeah, we did this right, except not really. Got you!
I mean, you said it earlier, so whatever.
We got you! Got you! Got you, Miss Hart! Finally! Got you! Ha! I'm acting like a 7-year-old because that's apparently how everybody sees me. Ha! Hee haw, hee haw! What? You got what? Look at this photograph.
Look at this graph!
The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with a professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet, you claim you clearly saw Edgeworth. How? What?
Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Yet now she had said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart,
What?
could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I could see... I said I could... I said I could. I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. carefully vague testimony. You're right. It was a cold night, and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem.
You use binoculars? Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good.
You got this.
I don't know, man.
Save.
Oh my god.
I don't know if pressing is actually bad right now or not. That's why I was telling you to save now. You loaded it. You loaded it.
Wait, did I? I didn't. Oh, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
God. I hate you. Gosh darn it. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that.
You done the same one. Man, don't you hate games? No, you loaded it again.
No, I know that. I didn't want to press it again so I could get another strike.
Well, so I save.
Okay, so...
Well, it's not new text, so you have to go through it all again and not hold down the button.
We need like super high voices.
It's like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Jackson.
I feel like talking like that is how you lose your voice.
That is his actual voice, though.
Blah 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 blah. Am I doing it right?
Yep.
Okay, let's see what happens. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee type never find a gal where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is.
Oh, man. Nobody loves me.
Oh! That old geezer got you.
Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic.
The issue we are concerned with here is Ms. Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. Camera has nothing to do with this at all.
I would object that it does. But,
Okay. Objection sustained.
ugh, he's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
Camera is irrelevant to this case.
Come on, Phoenix. You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning.
But know this. Now I know this. If you find nothing, there will be consequences.
I don't like this case. It's not fair.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's stuff to talk about. This is a make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little over. No, you didn't. If anything, you were like...
You asserted dominance.
I wouldn't even call it that. It's more just like... lukewarm. The guy across from you, Phoenix, is like red hot right now. He's walking all over you, he's walking all over the judge, and you're just kind of sitting there like... And Maya has to show up and be like, I will take the fall for you, Phoenix. And Phoenix is like, okay.
Next.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Har.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Oh, man. Now, wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth.
Grr.
Oh, sorry. No unnecessary comments, please. I don't expect him to be snarky, and then he's like snarky.
Yeah, I know. I would just expect he's always snarky. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him? I did, yeah.
Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. And
So
it will
because
be.
it's been a while.
You want me to load
No,
the state?
I'm not talking saving.
What?
Because it's been a while, it's gonna help you with your evidence stuff.
Wait, hold on. Let me think for a second.
It's fine. I was gonna ask you questions.
Okay.
What was it? Does Carl have an idea?
No, but I gotta think about this first. I gotta see what we got here. Okay, I'm doubtful it's either the pistol or the bullet, so we can roll those two out. It's clearly the badge. That's the answer to all the questions of the universe right there. Probably not anything with the autopsy. Probably nothing to do with Misty Faye. So that leaves us down to the camera itself, the news article, and
There was a pattern. I won't tell you what or what. There was a pattern with Phoenix's questioning that he kind of kept trying to gloss over a little bit. Not just the camera stuff.
Why was she up at 12:15? Oh, I guess looking at meteors.
If you think that is what she was doing.
Let's call that. If the mist was thick as grits, what's the point of setting up anything?
Well, usually with stargazing you need clear nights, and usually with fog, it's pretty hard to see. Which makes you think, About as much as I can give you right now.
And here's the other thing. It was facing pretty directly at them. Was it not?
Where were they?
In the center of the lake?
Right.
But like, look at this picture. Look at this graph.
Well, yeah.
You won't see any meteors and stuff like that.
No.
But I'm probably looking in the really wrong place.
I think you're on the right track on the opposite spectrum. Also, meteor showers require a very clear night to see, and she said she was going up there to see that. Yeah, you're going the right direction, you're just not on the right train. You're going to the wrong station right now.
Oh, that sounds awful.
You haven't boarded it yet, you're just looking at it right now.
They said there was 2 shots.
Yeah.
Where's the other bullet?
I won't say anything, but that becomes relevant later.
Sorry.
Keep that in your mind.
I hate this game.
That does become very relevant later. Focus on...
The more I play this game, the more I realize that, like, I really like it, but I really hate it.
It's because it's a story game, right? So it has to be streamlined.
I know. It's just... It's like one of those things where it's like... I need more control to just...
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, how would you direct it if it wasn't the way that it was?
No, I know. There's not a better way.
I get your pain, though. So just keep that in the back of your mind, and I will remind you if we forget about that, because you came up with it on your own. But
okay, let's
keep on track now. They are talking about her not being able to see because it's fog, and her motive for being at the lake was stargazing.
Does it have something to do with the stupid Gordy thing?
Good.
Shh, I'm not doing anything.
Stop pressing L and R on your 3DS.
This is probably wrong. That's wrong. I made a
You were finding the right train. You just need to locate it now. You found the train that you need. You just need to find the right time.
Gosh darn it!
Choop choo.
Your Honor.
You don't need to read this.
That statement contradicts the evidence.
It does. I don't see any contradictory.
Huh? Really?
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, Carl. Think before you make accusations.
I did. This dumb game.
Your voice peaked so hard.
Okay.
You can try on that statement.
Was that seriously the correct statement to try it on?
You can try it.
Oh my god.
Because Phoenix did question her about the telescope.
That's incorrect. I think there's a different one. Oh no.
Bang, 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 bang. Chat, time for choo-choos. Choo-choo. Train's coming.
What is the Kai train hype train here again?
Yeah.
I think I'm on the wrong track again.
Actually, I might be thinking a step ahead too.
Wow.
Hold on.
See, I.
Oh no, no. It's still the right train. Still the right train.
Oh my god.
It's just you're looking at the wrong model of the train.
What does that even mean?
The train of which you are wanting to board is a very low-ranked train company, and you want to switch the company to a better-rated one.
You're confusing me.
You need to get your ticket swapped.
So what?
You need
This
to show the
is
conductor a better ticket.
Please stop.
Yeah, you could do that. That was basically my first playthrough for some of the stuff.
You know what that basically that's exactly what that translates to. Basically, just try everything and something will work.
You're using the wrong piece of evidence.
Okay, that's
I was wrong.
okay.
I was getting ahead of myself with what I was trying to imply because I forgot there was a step further that needed to be done. But there can be more than one answer to this one. We were over preparing for our train ride. We were giving it an extra hour just to be safe. Choo-choo. I apologize for giving you misleading information. That's why I looked it up.
Oh, see, I was right. I'm so mad.
You were right.
You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. You're so wrong. Lie. Says who? Take a look at this photograph.
Look at this graph!
This was taken on an automatic setting, was it not? Yeah, that's right. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. But as this photograph clearly shows, that camera was pointed directly at the lake. Oof.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
And now you can prove it.
Okay, yes.
This is where I was jumping ahead.
Oh, alright, here we go. Take that! Yeah! This is my speed impression. I hope you liked it. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this, a newspaper article? This is not relevant. Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this guy. Do we have proof? I don't think we have.
You have?
I don't think we have
You
any more
do.
proof. Do we?
You gotta think about it.
Is it the map?
No.
It's not the map?
No, is it?
I hate when you do that.
I give you all the answers.
I know! Sure! I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Oh no. Oh, here's proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake.
Okay, so serious question here.
Go back to her logic.
Well, no.
She was there.
Well, no. My question actually is part of the game itself, the mechanics.
Yeah.
Where I'm at right now dictates that I can answer with evidence.
Yeah.
That being said, what if every answer is wrong? Is that a feasible issue
Like,
at hand?
if the right answer was I don't have proof,
Correct.
it'll just keep looping.
Oh, okay.
Like he'll be like, "Oh, well, you sure you can prove evidence?" Or I think you can press B at this point too, or something. But
I'm
you
pretty
know.
sure there's probably more evidence to this.
You know,
I'm pretty
think
sure it's
about
the
her
map.
logic. I'll think about her logic.
Here's my proof. It's simple.
If it's simple, then why have you obviously made an error? Oh, God.
You were saying it earlier. Go home, consider a career change.
God, how can they so casually toss aside the evidence? Oh, what's wrong evidence?
Lovely.
Oh my God, it's so savage. It's too good. All right.
You were saying it earlier. Come on, you got this.
I don't remember.
Well, then you're gonna have to brute force it.
Oh, there should be two pictures. Oh,
Well, what takes pictures?
the camera, but the proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Ugh. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, the photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had to set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh. That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly.
Oh, shut up.
What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks that monsters exist.
Hey!
Right? As she so
Succinctly.
succinctly, man. So what?
Succinctly is an adverb which describes in a brief and clearly expressed manner.
Clearly said.
So basically,
Sorry, fancy word.
everything basically what Karma's been doing. He's just been
Yeah.
briefly-
Next.
Yeah.
Changes nothing.
Oh, I disagree. It changes everything. Not true. See? I already know what Phoenix is thinking. You were
Why?
hiding.
You are Phoenix.
Shut up. Shut up, Maya. Oh, that's right.
Notice you're the only one laughing.
You were... I'm sorry, it was really funny. You laughed too.
I'm laughing now. 'Cause-
You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. But see, Tom. But what? Oh my God. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your test.
Isn't she like contempt from court at this point? If we're gonna play that dumb game.
Look, Judge is just trying to help you out.
No, he's not. He's given into everything Karma has said. Ellipses. Right. Right, fine. I'll testify. It won't change nothing though. Katie has made herself contempt in court.
Wow, why is everyone emoting for me? Bullies.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it.
Oh, someone's a Fi-Fi, sub. Ellipses.
Alright, here we go. I guess I'll save. No, I'll save when we get to that point. Actually, I'm not a research student at it. What's the point of this court? She just continues to lie. This is the major witness. I mean, like, really. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight, out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat that whole time. When I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness again. Uh-oh.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Oh, good job, Phoenix. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something. I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
Ha! That would be a first.
Ha ha, very funny.
You understand?
It's been a lot.
Do you understand, Carl?
There's been a lot of last chances in this.
Should save.
Why would I do something silly like that?
If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood.
Yes, Your Honor. All right. Load state.
We're almost done this one, then we can probably stop.
Do I press? I don't know if I'm allowed to. Then, what manner of person are you?
I'm not sure I'm high-flaunting enough to be called a manner of anything. An
I'm sorry. Sorry, Phoenix. An investigative photographer. Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of a business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? Chicken butt. And then nobody laughed at my joke. It was sad.
I was gonna make that joke right here about her, and I just didn't. I forgot it was in this game.
There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I heard sort of a revelation. There's a lot of big words in this case, isn't there?
Yeah.
I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV. You know what I sound like? I sound like Alice from Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, you do.
I'm
Not a bad thing.
I'm not sure that appearing on the local news Rumor of the Month show qualifies. Last month's show was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. So he trashes Maya's opinion of watching children's cartoons, yet basically what Phoenix is he's a ghost hunter's fanatic.
Yeah.
Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can't win. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Ooh, he got him. Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put the automatic. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from a friend at a university. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? It's really hard to switch the accents, by the way.
I don't know. I can tell.
Super difficult. Well, actually... Oh. Ahem.
I know. I was waiting for it. Mr. Wright, I will not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. With 3 exclamation points, not just 1.
Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep her quiet. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. You
got this, man.
There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. Kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat. What? What'd I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some Ahem. Ahem.
Yeah? Yeah? I don't know. It sounds like you want me to say witness. Continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there.
Hush puppies.
Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass and nobody was on the shore neither. I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony.
Better.
I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Okay.
You got this, you.
So my thought process is that there's a couple things that are going. There's 2 primary things that I've kind of deduced, if you will. Number 1, she did talk about that the camera picked up the shot, but if there was 2 shots, then there should be a second shot. Now, the other thing that crosses my mind within her sayings is that if she clearly saw the 2 of them, however she may have seen it, who the heck would be looking for a big, gigantic monster when somebody was clearly holding a gun? So now I'm at a divide, if you will, on which answer is correct.
Think about it based on what evidence you have, and it might help you narrow it down.
There. The camera. right there, that statement. That's got to be it, right?
Huh? Think about it.
Oh, no, it's not. Whatever. Do I have to keep all my strikes or whatever? I mean, we already lost one.
I honestly, I think it's fine as long as you don't game over.
Okay. I hate this game.
You hate it.
Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, wait a minute. There's already... That's not it, is it? This is a dumb cross or contradiction right here, but like... see, this is where it's dumb, because there's already a whole news article about the stupid thing with a clear picture and whatnot.
I'm gonna give you a hint based on this game.
They are!
You
Stupid judge. Come on, just let's start again.
usually, if you were given a new statement after pressing, usually the evidence wraps around that.
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah. Like 9 out of 10 times.
I love that UFO.
I know, like, I actually know people call it that too.
I've heard the term foo bird. I thought that was kind of an interesting term.
Mm-hmm. You might be overthinking a bit.
I'm always overthinking it. When have I never overthought it? I mean, really.
You were given a new statement, yeah?
I'm working on it. I gotta get all the pressing statements.
I
in
know,
there.
I'm just talking, like, for when you get there. When you get there, just kind of think about it. Don't overthink it. Jamming music, though, you gotta admit.
Okay, so it's definitely this one then. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Actually, I'm gonna save before I do this.
Yeah.
Just so I don't have to go through all of that again.
So she's claiming now she was watching the boat the whole time.
Would I present the newspaper then? But I mean, she already said that there wasn't much else to look at.
Yeah.
All right, Mysterious Con Man, thanks for dropping by. Have a good night. I actually don't know. I mean, the camera... I don't think so. The gun and the bullet? Doesn't... The picture... Nothing about this one makes sense.
You know, it's a little... It's difficult, but once you kind of get it, it makes sense. You were back on the train.
Oh god, not this again.
You were on the right track, and you were not going towards the wrong track.
I don't want to just brute force everything. I want to try and like think this out logically. If I brute force everything, then it loses the intelligence and the joy of the game. Okay, let's think about this again. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Let me go forward. Oh, shoot.
You got this, dude. I believe in you. Don't overthink it, because you've already crossed the concept so far.
I've already talked about it?
Yeah.
I don't, this is the only statement that it's like, I don't see much, I don't get what he's getting at.
Basically, it's kind of a lead into an idea. Like, sometimes the prompts are like, oh, well, you have to, like, to prove one thing, you have to lead it into, like, a subject.
No, I get that. It's just that,
so
like...
she's basically saying, I went to this lake for, like, taking pictures of Gordy with a camera that takes pictures on sound, and I want to make a good scoop about it. Oh, well, there wasn't really anything going on, so I was watching the boat the whole time. There's something in that doesn't make sense. That didn't help you at all, did it?
No. No, it did not. The problem is that, like, when I look through all the other statements that she said, I have contradictions to those that makes total sense. But the problem is...
I can at least promise you it is that statement.
Okay, so it's just a matter of what we have that we can show. I mean, the gun doesn't seem like it'd play any part into this raid at the moment. So I'm going to say the bullet and the gun are useless towards what's going on. So it has to be the picture, the map, the newspaper, or the camera. Once again. Seems like our 4 main things with her specifically. Now, there just doesn't seem like there'd be anything with the camera because it just takes a picture and that has nothing to do with the statement. I mean, I guess she could have been looking at the camera.
You have something in your evidence that kind of goes along with the motive of what she was there originally for.
Would it be the picture then? Because it's just facing hysterically directly at it? That's the only possible thing. Because the map doesn't tell us anything. In fact, I'd probably just rule out the map altogether. The newspaper, I don't know how this plays into anything. That's not a current event towards the thing, so it's either the camera or the picture. No, see, that's not right. So, I guess the camera? No, see... This is wrong.
You're overthinking it.
I know. Well, the problem is I'm not even sure what to be thinking about.
I can't say it without just saying it.
I know. It's just.
I know. I know your frustration.
There's nothing that makes. Oh my god. That one? Why is it that one? Okay, sure, Miss Hart. I'm done. Just or Judge, throw me out. I'm done.
This is the last section. We're done.
Were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you're far from normal. Ouch.
Yeah, that was pretty harsh.
What? Y'all want to step over here? See, she's like, man, rude. You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah.
Order. Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Ah. Ellipses. Ellipses. I'm losing my voice. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Ellipses. Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all. Kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof.
You got the graph.
Still, we can't see who is shooting you in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and... Uh-oh, he's upset.
Witness. That's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what? What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
She even had a photograph to prove it.
But you really can't tell from the photo who was shooting.
That's why she said she was going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but it should tell us, or it should let us see who's who.
She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Clearly, we should wait and see what happens.
Yeah, clearly.
Miss Hart, look at this. Look at this graph.
I know it happens so much.
You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it doesn't exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in the court. Oh. Oh. Oh.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
Prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
Come on, overrule him.
Objection denied.
Yeah!
The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is. Oh, still can't see anything, but...
We still cannot see who is firing this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence.
Mr. Wright.
Oh, does Carmen need another recess?
Yeah.
There has to be something.
Yes, for the enlargement, and you got the enlargement. And little good has it done to any of us. That's why I request she not show it.
I suppose this means that the cross-examination...
It's over, obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time.
Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in the photo. Somewhere. This is bad. Really bad. What should I do?
So, now we're gonna think about the thing I told you to keep in mind a little bit, but not fully.
I don't remember what that was. There was many things that I had to keep in mind.
Mr. You're thinking, you said it earlier about the gun. Because you thought about it yourself.
Oh, you mean with the second bullet?
Not to the fullest extent yet. You have to lead into it. You gotta lead into it.
I mean...
Because in the picture it shows the gun. That's why I'm saying it.
So I should show the camera. I shouldn't object to the enlargement, correct? There's nothing...
Well,
There's no reason to. So there's other evidence. Right? We wanted the enlargement.
But there's something off, because Phoenix said there's something wrong about it. Phoenix flat out said object it. He said there was something wrong with it.
Okay, Your Honor. There's something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
What might that be?
Yeah, what would it be?
Mr. Wright, you will
Go
show
over your evidence. Just go over it. It'll be clear to you if you read it carefully.
Oh, okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about that photo. The gun looks different. And what else we got?
Hmm.
I mean, if anything else here, it has to be the gun.
Mm-hmm.
There's like nothing else to talk about.
Then present it.
I'm gonna save first.
Like you say, it's coming.
Whatever. Don't worry about it. Your honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand. The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. All right.
You hit the side arrows so you don't have to go back and choose. Clearly it was the old grandma. Your mom.
Okay, so this has to do with
You have a lot more evidence.
I know that. I gotta. It's easier for me to just scan.
That's fine.
It fired 3 times. His right
That's what
hand.
the gun evidence
It's
is.
his right hand. It's literally just standing right there in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
The man in the photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Ooh. Suck it, karma.
Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
you have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who else but the defendant could have shot the victim?
It's clearly Larry. Okay, so just because this game is dumb, I go and save again. But Larry would not be correct because why would we sell our friend down the river? The victim himself.
Edgeworth did mention suicide was a possibility.
Oh yeah, that is correct. But he's pointing the gun at somebody.
You never know. Maybe you're shooting to the side. This is a picture, it's not a video.
Alright. There is only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order. So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor, I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
Objection. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter? That's 3 feet.
For American people. There was no way it could have been a suicide.
Order!
Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of their data?
Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Edgy, comma, ellipses.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Go through this little bit and then we'll say.
I thought we would go on for another 5 hours.
No.
Phew, that was a close one.
Edgy ellipses.
Hey! Don't you have anything to say?
No. I have yet to be declared innocent, right?
Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too.
What? Don't give me that look. Did not kill him.
I was just kidding around.
Hmm.
Doesn't have a sense of humor. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya.
Oh. Right.
What?
Tell her something for me.
What? Oh. He's finding it hard to say.
Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear you say that, Edgeworth. Jerk. I requisitioned?
Yeah.
Is
Probably
that
requested. Like he asked for it.
requisitioned? It's gotta be a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard.
No, be safe. Good job. You figured out most of it.
I figured out most of it.
Yeah.
Save state.
Good poop.
I like how she's just in detention.
Yeah.
Okay, people. That'll do it for today. Thank
Good,
you all.
nice, chunky stream.